Hello everyone. I don't even know if people got notifications about this. I'm going to keep watching and see. Alright, I think people are joining now. I will wait for you to join. Hello folks, howdy howdy, giving people a sec to join the live stream. As you can tell, we are not in the studio today. I am on the road today, but we want to do a live stream anyone. Hey everybody, hey Matthew, hey Wolf. Hey Rocky. We have Matthew Kleiss and Matthew Brewer there. Hi everyone, just giving people a second to join the stream. I'm not going to drink and drive, and I'm not going to live stream and drive either. Hi Barbara, hi Pete, hi Alexander. Hey everybody joining. People are joining up, just again, I'm going to wait a second till people all join. Hi Jenny, hi Marissa. Hi everyone. I'm going to give it about 20-30 more seconds just to let people join. Hi Ron, hi Michael, hi Chucky. Hey guys, just letting people join. Hi History B, hi Alexander, hi Aaron, hi JC. So why don't we get this started? So I apologize we're not in the studio today. I am traveling today, but Joe and I and Jake, we wanted to have something on about the big news. So the big news, which you've probably heard already, is that Steve Bannon is out at the White House. Today is his last day. And this was, I've seen some differing reports on this as to like why this happened. I've heard, well, the Charlottesville thing happened and President Trump was under pressure by like human rights activists. So there was that. And then I've heard John Kelly didn't get along with Bannon. And so I've heard that. And I've also heard Bannon, President Trump was supposedly upset by this interview Steve Bannon gave with this liberal publication a couple days ago. And one of the things in the interview he did is he said like, oh, we're not going to have a war with North Korea because 10 million people will die, so it'll never happen. So there's a lot of reasons, purported reasons, floating around out there for why Bannon is out right now. But the bottom line is he is out, and today is his last day. The Washington Post reported his last day. Another piece of information here that's quite interesting is that there are reports I've seen that Steve Bannon's going to go back to Breitbart. Also, somebody who worked at Breitbart, Joel Pollack, I think, I don't know what his position is there, tweeted out the tweet #war after Bannon after it was announced that Bannon was out. So, you know, we could see Steve Bannon going to Breitbart, and will Breitbart start attacking Trump a lot, or at least attacking certain people in Trump's sphere? You know, maybe Gary Cohn, maybe Jared Kushner, or maybe President Trump. So a lot unknown right now. What we do know is Steve Bannon is out. That's for sure, and today is his last day. As to exactly why it happened, I can't tell you. I gave you a few reasons that factored in. You know, and somebody also, I've heard people say, well, President Trump didn't like that Steve Bannon got some of the credit for the election and stuff. So there's all these different theories now, and I don't know exactly, you know, I can't say this one's right, this one's wrong. Maybe it's a combination of them. Hold on, I need to open up my water. I forgot to do that before we went on the air. Give me 1 second here. So much going on here. And again, I'm on the road, so I apologize. I am parked, I'm not driving. This would be crazy if I was doing this while driving. So, yeah, and part of the reason we came on is to hear what you have to say. So if you have comments, your comments are flying by, but I'll try to read some of them on the air. Kay Wheel says Bannon was leaking on McMaster. Kay Wheel says Bannon was leaking on McMaster. I don't know that for sure, but I also have heard a rumor that General Kelly didn't like that Steve Bannon was attacking McMaster. Again, I can't confirm that, but I heard that too. Fit to be Tied says, I think I'd prefer Bannon not go to Breitbart. Yes, and if you're just joining, Steve Bannon is out. Today is his last day. And we're doing a live stream in my car because I'm on the road today and I can't be in the studio. So if you have any comments on this, I can read your comments in the chat room. That's really all I could read. Don't even write to me on Twitter because I can't even see Twitter right now. All I can see is your chats in the YouTube chat room. The signal should be a little better now. Drop for a second. Lars Anderson is not happy that that Bannon's out. I'll say that. Brian Last says, now that Bannon is out, who is next? And it's, you know, it's one thing I can't be sure about is, you know, it's possible that President Trump, just the way he runs a business and the way he's running the White House, maybe he just likes having new people in every once in a while. I mean, there've been a bunch of turnover, but maybe that's just what he does. So I don't know, you know, it's hard to say why exactly this happened. And it's also hard to say what exact effect this will have, because I think when push comes to shove, President Trump makes his own policy. So I'm just looking at your comments here. Jay Nico says, this was really disappointing. Bannon was the smartest guy in the White House. Somebody just said the media has their hit list. Roll Tide says Stephen Miller or Conway is next, most likely Miller. Barbara, I saw the report that Steve Bannon resigned on August 7th. I mean, look, was it Priebus when he was out? They said he resigned a couple weeks before. To me, until something's announced, somebody's not officially out. So my take is, maybe they talked about it earlier, but my take is until it's announced, the person's not out, and very often they announce the person resigned. I mean, the Times reported that Trump wanted him out, so I would need, my instinct is that this all happened in the last couple days. Now, I wasn't there, so I can't be 100% sure, but you know, I see this pattern where somebody goes and then it's like, well, they resigned earlier, but I'm not, Barbara, I'm not so sure I'm buying that. Oh, that's so sad. Zach Stewart called me a Jew clown. That's terrible. Let's see. But he got zapped. You're welcome, Barbara. Someone just said Bannon is going back to Breitbart for war. I do think it's this thing where it's this thing though where like, certainly Bannon was someone who I feel like the media and a lot of people who don't like Trump had seized upon. Like, we got to get rid of Bannon. And personally, I thought that a lot of the coverage, a lot of people in the media and a lot of people on the left, like, thought he was like more influential than he was, and like that he was like controlling Trump also. And also, like, there's all these people I see like posting on Facebook and stuff like Bannon is a racist, who are people who do not really follow politics that much and stuff. And so, you know, it's very easy to say somebody's a racist, but I feel a lot of these comments, at least that I've seen, were made by people who I don't really think were really following things closely, and certainly didn't provide compelling arguments that he was a racist. Let's see here. Q says, never underestimate President Trump's strategy. He knows what he's doing. Peaches says, I hate this craziness. They're keeping the president from his agenda. Deploribus Unum said, everyone's a racist now. Oh, Jay Wilkerson Home gave a donation. Thank you, Jay Wilkerson. Very much appreciated. And again, I am traveling today, so this is the best I can do. I can't be in the studio, unfortunately. Matt P says they're getting rid of all Trump's allies. I gotta say personally also, if you follow me on Twitter, you know, I think it drives me crazy that the mainstream media and people who oppose the president continue to harp on this argument. Like, I think in the New York Times article said it today, like, he's still getting so much criticism from claiming that the violence was both sides' fault in Charlottesville. And I am still waiting for the evidence that it wasn't both sides' fault. As I've said repeatedly, all the video evidence I've seen, which is a lot, shows skirmishes initiated by both sides and one car accident caused by one guy, which itself hasn't even been shown to have been premeditated terrorism yet. But at the same time, even if it is, it's still one guy. So this idea, again, to me, the evidence that's out there supports the claim that the violence was a result of both sides. And if you're going to argue it wasn't, you should provide some evidence. But for a lot of the country, it seems like that's just it's an obvious thing somehow that the violence was caused by one side. And I feel like I'm in a world of crazy where like, I'm just saying I look at the evidence that's out there and the evidence doesn't suggest that. And a lot of people said, watch this Vice news story. If you watch the Vice news story that's been going around, actually in that particular video, more of the violence is caused by people on the left. So it's this idea somehow to me that President Trump is receiving all of this deserved criticism just because he said the violence was caused by both sides. It breaks my brain. I don't understand, like, if anything, that's a very, very plausible argument supported by the evidence. So I just don't understand why that argument is like seen as like, oh, he's the worst person because he's arguing the violence is caused by both sides. Well, that's what the evidence actually suggests that I've seen. So why is that like an unreasonable position to have? So again, I feel like I'm on planet crazy with the last couple days with this stuff. Anyways, I'm just looking at your comments. Tom Jerry says, not a big deal, MAGA with or without Bannon. Deploribus Unum says, if Antifa and BLM hadn't went looking for violence, there wouldn't have been any. Maxime says, hi from Russia. Yeah, Tom O'Neill, there are some reports today that say Bannon will go back to Breitbart, but that hasn't been confirmed. IB Dog says Bannon was a sacrifice in this chess game. Orem says, one good thing about Trump is that he is tough-skinned and really does not care what the media says. Brian Lass says, maybe Newt or Rudy will join Trump administration? The thing also I'm guessing will happen is, so much effort was spent in the media and people on the left and trying to get and claiming and saying Bannon should leave and complaining about Bannon. But I'm guessing now that he's out, they'll just find something else to complain about. I mean, remember how much there were so many complaints about Russia? What happened to all of that? People have stopped complaining about that, and now it's something else. So there do seem to be a lot of people who I don't know if they'll ever be satisfied. Even made any more satisfied. Now, somebody just said he obviously does care what mainstream media says. Why else would he fire Bannon? Yeah, Wotan Fist says Bannon bashed the alt-right. He did bash the alt-right in that interview. I think it was with the Liberal publication, the one that came out a couple days ago. Nets fan says they've been trying to get Bannon from the beginning. Stephanie says the globalists can't control Trump. By the way, we will be covering President's rally on Tuesday, and that's going to be in Phoenix. So we will be covering that. And we will have live streams with Margaret and Liz the night before and the night after. So yeah, it is a bunch of you are talking about it. It will be interesting to see, like, does Steve Bannon rejoin Breitbart? Also, regardless of whether he rejoins Breitbart, does Breitbart start going after the president for this? And do certain other media will other people in the media start going after the president? I know, like, for example, Ann Coulter was pretty upset today. She was posting some tweets where she was upset about this. Someone just said Gene Huber might already be in line in Phoenix. Yeah, Gene might already be in line there. We will see Gene when we go. Glenda Green says Bannon would have some inside info topics to write about. Yeah, I wonder, will he write something about it? Is there some kind of non-disclosure thing or not? Can he just go write a book if he wants now, Bannon? Oh, Elizabeth Barry's going to be at the rally and going to say hi to us. Great. Look forward to it, Elizabeth. I have not, Andrew, heard that WikiLeaks will get a seat in the White House press briefings. If I'm frozen, try refreshing the stream, because it seems to be good on this end. Light Switch says Bannon and Scaramucci need to set up a Trump news network. The rally is Tuesday night. I think it's 7 o'clock Phoenix time, I think. And again, there is that report, Bannon resigned 2 weeks ago. I'm taking that with a grain of salt. To me, somebody's not really out until they announce it. And sometimes when they get rid of people, they say they resigned as, like, you know, to cover it, to make it look better. So I'm not convinced that that resignation actually happened or it was actually confirmed, you know. So I don't know about that. I'd have to be convinced. Do I think he'll pardon Sheriff Joe at the rally? I have no idea. I mean, I don't think he could announce it. I don't think he can pardon him at the rally. I'm sure there's some official thing he has to do at the White House or sign something, which I'm guessing he won't do at the rally, but maybe he could announce it at the rally. Thank you, Len. So guys, I have a couple minutes here and then I got to take off, and I apologize we weren't in the studio today, and I apologize this was so short. I'm traveling all day, so I can't do anything more, and we apologize. But I'm glad we got on the air for a little bit anyway. I might be on later, depending on whether I'm going to be getting back to Alabama tonight, and it depends on how late. I might come on later tonight, depending on how late I get back. And I'm thinking, I know Joe has mentioned this to you guys, but just so you know, I'll mention it again in case you haven't heard. The rally, the internet at Phoenix, they're gouging us and they're charging us $1,800 for the internet. And without the internet, we can't broadcast the rally. They're literally charging us $1,800. So it's going to cost a lot to cover it. So thank you for the donations you've been making, because we're going to need the donations to actually not lose money on going to Arizona to cover the rally. Yeah, and Joe actually has the document. I think he showed it to you guys yesterday, the actual invoice for the internet. So Joe has documented proof that it's $1,800. They initially wanted to charge us $8,000. They said $8,000, and Joe was like, well, they're a company that does it at a bunch of places, and they do this at the other places too. And Joe was like, well, at this other place, you charge us $1,800, and they'll say, okay. They said, like, oh, okay, we can do that for you. But it's just, I mean, we've played way less at most places, so it's really terrible. $1,800 for internet, and it's a monopoly, so we don't have a choice. It's really horrible. Well, if we go to Starbucks and get the internet there, we can't really have our camera at Starbucks shooting the president at the rally. We have to use, when we're at a venue, we have to use the internet they have there at the venue. The mobile internet isn't nearly good enough. You need a dedicated internet line to get the signal out so it looks good enough. Len Snow made a donation, $20. Len, we will put that toward the internet. Thank you so much, Len. Very much appreciate it. Yeah, a satellite truck, I think they cost like a couple $100,000. Yeah, Jacob just told you about the internet stuff. All right, this is the 2-minute warning. I have to go in 2 minutes. I apologize. I have to go in 2 minutes. If we're very wealthy one day, we will buy a right side satellite truck. Thank you guys, and again, I'm sorry that we couldn't do the whole in-studio thing and show you video and tweets and stuff. It just, one of those days, whenever I'm traveling, that can happen, so what can you do? Oh, we got a donation from Chick Mouse Vintage on Etsy. Donated $10. Thank you, Chick Mouse Vintage, and we will put that toward the internet as well. Elizabeth Barry donated $10. This is wonderful. Thank you, guys. This is lessening our internet costs. Yeah, Fit to be Tied says maybe you can get a used sat truck. We can get our old jalopy satellite truck. Oh, Andy Barr is in the chat room. Hi, Andy. Thanks for writing in. Andy's a good man. Cyberpunk said, Bannon out, Soros in. Huh. Jay Wilkerson Home gave $18 and said, okay, here's 1/100th of your internet bill. Thank you, Jay Wilkerson Home. That's very nice of you. Thank you, guys. That's really cool of you. We met Andy Barr when we went to one of the deplorables. There were two deplorables. There was the first deplorable, and then there was the gay deplorable. They were both deplorables, and we met Andy, and Andy was a really nice guy, and he helped us out a lot. He helped us get interviews and stuff, so he was really helpful to Right Side Broadcasting. He also owns an amazing suit. Bye, Ucha Kabbalah. I couldn't read the whole name. All right, guys, I unfortunately have to sign off now. I really I appreciate you all joining and all your comments. Again, my apologies, our apologies. We couldn't do the full broadcast today, but I'll be back tomorrow. Hey, by the way, tomorrow I'm going to try to cover if it's happening, the rally in Boston tomorrow, the free speech rally. So it's supposed to be happening. I'm going to try to cover it if we can get video. Andy Barr made a donation. Thank you, Andy. He just donated $10. That's so kind of you, Andy. Thanks so much. So we're going to try to cover this free speech rally tomorrow. I don't know if there are any Google rallies tomorrow. I've heard differing accounts. So tomorrow when I'm back, I'll try to cover that stuff. If we can find it, we'll cover it. Oh, Dina Gal just gave $36. Wow, you guys have been really nice today. We really appreciate it. That's going to really help cover the internet bill. It should help cover more of it, but unfortunately they're gouging us and charging us $1,800. So, and if you ask Joe, he'll post the he'll show you the if Joe's listening, maybe he can post it in the chat room or something, the invoice, because he does have the invoice for the internet, which shows it's $1,800. But thank you guys all for joining and today and all your comments, and I'll be back tonight, and we'll hopefully be streaming tomorrow if I can find some feeds of the either free speech rally in Boston or the Google marches for you. So so that's it. Oh, Joe's gonna show it on the air tonight. He's gonna show the rally tonight. He's gonna show the invoice tonight. Oh, we got another donation. Spoiler alert, gave $10 and said, I have seen no evidence that any violence committed by the pro-white marchers in Charlottesville was anything other than defensive. That is from Spoiler Alert. Thank you for the donation, Spoiler Alert. Okay, I have to unfortunately wrap this up now, but thank you for joining, and have a great day, everybody, and we will see you later on, either tonight or tomorrow, and hopefully, and that's it. Have a great day, and That's it for now from Right Side, from my car and from Right Side Broadcasting. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. I'll see you soon. Thanks to the moderators for moderating the chat, by the way, as always. And thank you, Joe, for helping get this on the air. Thanks, guys. See you later on.